American News with Billy Graham, inspired, Richard Nixon, incumbent, George Jessel, inert, and Ricardo Montalban in a little Spanish town.
And here's Dick Martin with the present news.
Gracie Mansion, Manhattan. Mayor John Lindsay recently became a member of the Democratic Party. When asked if the Republicans were really so bad, Mr. Lindsay is reported to have said they must be. New York has had a Republican mayor for 6 years, and look at the shape it's in.
Pithy.
I would say. Whatever you say, Dan. The recently discovered lost tribe in the Philippines was interviewed by anthropologist Sir Basil Foonman. When asked whether there was anything they wanted from the outside civilized world, the spokesman for the tribe replied, well, we never seem to have enough hangers.
Hangers.
That's hangers, yes. A highly placed government spokesman today declared that there was no credibility gap in the current administration. When asked what this meant, the spokesman immediately denied having said it. And now here's Dan with the future news.
News of the future 20 years from now. Spiro T. Agnew celebrated his 71st birthday at his home in Baltimore today. You want to wait? The party ended on an unfortunate note when Spiro blew out the candles and set fire to 3 of the guests. News of the future 20 years from now, the trial of the recently captured abominable snowman on charges of murdering 7 Eskimos came to a conclusion today. He was found guilty. The judge sentenced him to 30 years at room temperature. News of the future 20 years from now. 95-year-old director of the FBI, J. Edgar Hoover, announced today, I am in perfect health except for being a little hard of hearing. He went on to thank the president for having confidence in him and asked all citizens to speak a little louder when making phone calls.
And now, good news for kids. We take you to Moosey Dryer in a treehouse somewhere in Burbank.
Moosey here with Good News for Kids. After school today, we played cowboys and Indians. And we pretended that Buzzi was an Indian. And we pretended that I was John Wayne. And we pretended that Buzzi's bicycle was a horse. We had a lot of fun until I jumped off the roof onto my horse. Boy, that's smart.
Hi, friends. Busy Buzzi buzzing you from Tinseltown. Starlet Michelle Delafoonman married producer Ross Punter yesterday in the nude. The ceremony took place during the morning rush hour on the center divided strip of the San Diego Freeway. The reception was held on the Reseda off-ramp, and it would have done your heart good to see what happened when they finally got the green light. Bye from Buzzi. Kissy, kissy.
There have been charges that the federal government has been spying on private citizens when it feels its national security is threatened. Here is Eric clarified with his analysis.
1, every citizen is entitled to his privacy. 2, the federal government has a right to defend itself against violent overthrow. Ergo, it is perfectly all right to overthrow the government, provided you do it privately. Thank you.
Now we switch you to our man covering the fashion scene in Paris.
I am here in Paris talking to Yves St. Foonman, noted fashion designer. Yves, what will we be seeing in women's clothes this fall?
I would say Milton Berle, Flip Wilson, and I've got a pink memoir that's simply a dream.
And that's the way it is, Sunday, December 7th, 1941.